Yeah, being in the richest country in the world is not all it's cracked up to be all the time. I mean, it's pretty fantastic if you're in the top 1%. It probably kicks ass pretty hard if you're in the top 10% as well. But for the rest of us lowly scumbags, uh, it's good to know the tax policies and what the tax policies have done to the middle class over the years. We're going to go over a couple figures, whatnot here, and see what's going on with all that. The 2017 Trump tax laws was skewed to the rich, expensive, and failed to deliver on its promises. That pretty much goes without saying. I mean, everything has gotten exponentially more expensive since 2017 when Trump implemented his only policy that really meant anything to him and all his buddies. If you ask any Trump supporter, besides tax cuts, they can't name a single thing that he's done. But anyways, I wanted to look at this, show you all this figure on the Trump tax cuts in general. This is why everybody with half of a brain cell to rub against a wall is complaining about Donald Trump and only wanting to give his rich buddies tax breaks. Okay. The top 1%, they got $61,000 on average. That's somebody who makes $837,800 or more a year, which, I mean, $61,000 is a lot, but to somebody that makes this, it's unimaginable for the lowest. So basically it gets worse from there. I mean, even the top, 80 to 95%, that's still pretty good, but it just gets worse as you go down. Somebody making $53,000 to $91,000 got a tax cut of $900. 27 to $53,000, $390, and 0 to $27,000, $70. And I would like to add in that the tax cuts for the top 1%, those are permanent tax cuts. I think even the 95 to 99%, I think most of those were permanent, but all of those went away. Those were already gone. Those only lasted until about 2023, I want to say. But let's move on to the next figure. I wanted to show you what the country actually looked like with the historical highest marginal income tax rates. Okay. Right now, the highest anybody is going to pay for income tax is 37%. Okay. That's been pretty average. Before the tax breaks, Trump implemented, it was 39.60. Before that, it was even less than what it was. But this was leading up to the subprime mortgage crisis that we had. That was awesome. I graduated high school in 2008, and it fucking sucked. There was no jobs for anybody. College wasn't even an option for a lot of us. I mean, it was rough. But you move down the list, and you see, you get to the over here. This is where it really falls to fucking pieces. Thanks to Ronald Reagan, of course. Trickle down economics. That's when we started getting into the lower marginal tax rates, thus destroying the middle class. You could see, you go back to 73, it was 70%. 64, it was 77%. You go to 48, it was 82%. 1945, remember what was going on over there? Hitler, whatnot, 94%. Okay, so just the sheer, just keep all these percentages in your head. We're going to go on to our next thing. I just wanted to show you this in particularly. Let's get a little closer to that. Basically, you could see the middle class was pretty strong back then. Upper income was doing pretty good for themselves. Lower income never had a chance, right? But you could see the steady decline, and there's the subprime mortgage crisis right here, and the rich just keep getting richer, and now we're dropping below, and it's just going to keep going this way with Trump in office and becoming Der Fuhrer. We can learn from our mistakes, but we have to make sure we put people in office that are not going to just strictly give tax cuts to the wealthy and these corporations. We need politicians that are fighting for us. We need politicians that are going to implement tax hikes on corporations. We need them to pay more. The thought that they're going to move overseas because, you know, they're not making any money anymore is ridiculous. At the end of the day, this is our country and we need to fight for it. And if they want to be part of our country and our economic trade, then they're going to have to pay their fair share. Okay? So it's just a quick one that I wanted to get through. Let me know what you guys all think about taxes. Are they too high? Are they too low? Where would you like your tax money to go? What if you had a choice, what would be your number one thing that your taxes would go to? Personally, mine would be medical. I think everybody deserves to have Medicare for all. They deserve the opportunity to go to the doctor, not only go to the doctor, but not be tied to their employer so they can't go on to another job because they can't wait for 3 months to have insurance. But that's another topic for another time. Let me know what you all think. Thanks for watching the video. I'll see you all in the next one. Later.